Hey everybody, thanks for joining us with the Airbotx videos. I'm Tom McArdle.
And I'm Ricky Box.
In this video, we're going to talk about the cleaning and maintenance of the machines. And before we get started, there's a couple things that you're going to make sure you have. One, you're going to need the keys that came with the machine. That's going to open up the side door. You're also going to need some gloves, so you're not touching the lamps with your bare hands. You're going to need a lint-free cloth or rag. And you're going to need a solution in a spray bottle that's 10-to-1 water to alcohol. 10 parts water, 1 part alcohol, mix it together, that's your solution. So make sure you have those things handy. Now we're ready to go ahead and get started. Now obviously the first step, make sure you turn off the power, make sure you unplug it. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the power cord so it's not in the way. The first part is on the intake side. This is where the filters are. This is the start of where everything comes in the machine. So this is where your keys come in handy. You place it in a lock, unlock it, and this whole chamber comes out. Inside, you're going to have your HEPA filter. And this is going to what needs to be replaced when your light goes on the machine. When that red light goes on, that tells you when your HEPA filter needs to be replaced. If it does, just put in a new one. If not, set it aside while you clean the machine. You can always put it back into place. While you're working on the filters, changing them out, this gives you a good opportunity to clean the inside here. We'll get to how to do that a little bit later on in the video. But you can go ahead and put either the same HEPA filter back if it's still clean or a new one back into place. Over here you'll see this is the MERV 8 pre-filter. It slides out, and this pre-filter is going to need to be changed more often than the HEPA. So this one gets replaced here, slides out, and inside of this you have 2 different louvered panels that slide out as well. Now, these are designed to protect your eyes from looking at the UVC light inside. This is how we get CE certification and pass all that, and make sure you don't have any direct exposure of that UV light to your eyes. So these will pick up some of the particulate, dust, soot, ash, things like that. So we do recommend cleaning them. Now you can see as a louvered panel like that, it's a little tricky to try and do this by hand and get onto every little nook and cranny inside of there. So really the easiest thing is just like you would with dishes. Just put it over a sink, over some water, dip it in some water, wash it off, rinse it off, let it dry out, you're good to go. Once you finish the cleaning, these just slide back into place. They don't lock into place. There's no particular formula to this other than just make sure that the top side is what's going on the inside. So they just slide back in on both sides. Your new pre-filter is ready to put back in. If it needs to be replaced, this slides back in. Your HEPA is already inside. Obviously, make sure the interior has dried out before you put the filters back in and close it. And then this here just goes down at the bottom, folds back up, press it in, lock it, you're good to go. So now let's get to the UV lamp chamber, and that's the next step.
On the upper chamber, you just unlock it. On both sides, you've got 4 locks. Just unlock them and pull the chamber up and pull it off to the side. You're going to have 4 optics lamps to clean. Just wiggle those off a little bit, unclamp the inside, they pull right out. Take your solution, spray it down. Your rag, your lint-free rag, wipe it down nice and clean. Try not to leave any kind of finger smudges on there. And you're ready to install it back on. Always put the inside in first, and that way you've got both hands to clamp the back.
And obviously for the video, we're just showing you one lamp. Of course, you want to clean all 4, but you can understand how to clean them.
And then you just reconnect the connector on the socket, making sure it's nice and tight.
Once you finish doing the lamps, then the inside of the machine and the exterior of the machine, those should be cleaned as well. So using the same solution, the 10-to-1 water to alcohol with the spray bottle, the same lint-free, rag or cloth, just wipe everything down. So the inside's perfectly good to spray, wipe everything down. Obviously, again, just to make sure everything dries before you put everything back into place. Make sure that the filter, has been removed before you start spraying in there, so you don't spray the filter and start messing that up. Do the inside, let it dry out. That's when the chamber can go back in. So let's put the chamber back in and lock it back up with the latches.
Let me lock it right back down with the 4 latches.
And the only thing left to do really is just wiping down the whole machine. Same thing. Use that same solution. You got it out. It's easy. It's not going to mess anything up. Spray everything down. Wipe everything down. The only one part is on this exhaust right here. It's got little kind of panels in there. It's a good thing to spray and wipe those down by hand. Just only a little spot that really takes a little bit of extra attention, extra care. Other than that, you wipe it down and it's ready to go. So you've done the filter side. You've done the chambers. You've done the lamps. Done the interior, exterior, quick spray and wipe, really easy. You're good to go. So thanks for joining us. We hope this helps.